Imagine buying a property for 50 million naira and watching it grow to 70 million naira before it is even completed. No tenants, no renovations, just strategy. Today, I'm showing you exactly how smart investors use off plan to multiply their money. Hello, smart investors. Today, I'm breaking down one of the most misunderstood, yet one of the most powerful wealth building strategies in real estate: off plan investment. A lot of people hear off plan and immediately think risk, but smart investors hear off plan and see leverage. And today, I'm going to explain in details how smart investors use off plan to multiply their money strategically. What exactly is off plan? Off plan means purchasing a property before it is completed. Sometimes it's at foundation level, sometimes it's at architectural design stage. You're not just buying beauty, you're not buying finished interiors, you're buying potential. You're buying at the beginning of the value curve. And in real estate, the beginning of the value curve is where the biggest profits are made, not at the finished level. Why do developers sell off plan? Let's think like developers for a moment. Why would a developer sell at a discounted price before completion? The reason why they sell at discounted price before completion is because they need the early cash flow, the construction momentum, and the market traction. To attract early investors, they release properties at lower pre-launch prices. Now, here is where the opportunity lies. As construction progresses, prices increase in phases. These phases includes pre-launch price, foundation stage price, 30% completion price, 70% completion price, then completion price. Each stage comes with a markup. Smart investors position themselves at stage 1, not stage 5. Now we're going to talk about the strategy that smart investors optimize when it comes to off-plan investment. The strategy number 1 is instant equity growth. Let's use a realistic example. A 3-bedroom apartment launches at 50 million naira doing pre-sales. By roofing level, that same unit is selling for 65 million naira. That's 15 million naira difference. That is appreciation created by timing. The property didn't magically increase in size. It simply moved along the development timeline. Now, smart investors understand this formula: time plus development equals equity. They don't wait for completion to see the value. They don't wait for completion to see the beauty or its interior design. They buy into the process. Strategy number 2 the smart investor is using payment plan as leverage. Off-plan projects usually comes with structured payment plan. Instead of paying 70 million upfront for a completed property, an investor might pay 20 to 30% initial deposits and spread the balance over 12 to 24 months. Some developers do 36 months, but it's rare. This does two powerful things. First, it preserves liquidity. Liquidity simply means how quickly and easy you can convert what you own into cash without losing value. Cash in your hand is highly liquid. Money in your bank is liquid. Real estate is less liquid because it takes time to sell. When investors preserve liquidity, it means they don't tie up all their money in one place. For example, instead of paying 70 million naira cash outright, they might use 20 million naira as deposit and spread the rest of the balance. That way, they still have capital available for another investment, another business, maybe business expansion. They have capital available for emergencies and new opportunities that comes their way. Secondly, payment plans allow them to invest in multiple projects at once. Very smart investors don't put all their capital into one completed property. They diversify across 2 or 3 appreciating projects. Instead of owning one finished house, they are controlling multiple growing assets. That is what we call leverage. Strategy number 3 is flipping before completion. This is where multiplication can happen faster. Some investors don't even intend to take possession. They buy early, they wait for appreciation, then they resell before completion through contract assignments. Example is property bought at 50 million naira market value rises to 70 million naira at 80% completion. They assign at 68 million naira. Profit is secured. no tenants, no maintenance, no management stress, just capital appreciation. That is called strategic flipping. That is called strategic flipping. Now, strategy number 4 is targeting growth corridors. Off-plan works best in areas with strong future potential. Smart investors study upcoming infrastructure in the axis they want to invest in. They study government projects in the nearest future. They study road expansion projects, commercial development, and population growth trends. Example of this is the new international airport in Epe, Lagos. They invest where development is heading, not where it has already matured. Because once an area is fully developed, entry prices are already high. The real wealth is created in the transition phase. Strategy number 5 is holding for rental power. Not every investor flips, some hold until completion. Now they own a property worth significantly more than their purchase price, and at this stage they can rent it out for steady cash flow, use it for short-let income, sell at full market price, and the key advantage is they enter below market value. And buying below market value is the foundation of smart investments. Now we're going to talk about the risks and how smart investors reduce them. Let us be clear. Off-plan investment is powerful, but it is not blind investing. Smart investors always verify the developer's track record before they invest. You confirm title documentation before you invest. Review approvals, building approvals, study construction timelines, understand exit clauses, work with credible professionals. They don't just invest emotionally, they invest strategically, they invest analytically. The biggest mistake investors make is waiting until a property is beautiful before buying. By the time the paint is dry and the lighting is perfect, the profit margin has already reduced. The early investors have already secured their gains. You see, real estate rewards vision. If you wait for certainty, you pay premium. If you enter early at the developing stage with proper due diligence, you gain upside. So, my name is Aduke Onile, and I don't just sell properties, I teach strategy. If you're ready to position yourself strategically in real estate, send me a DM or call 081 3743 8161 and let's secure the right property for your portfolio.